Oh man, is this video gonna be long? I have a bad feeling about this. Hello! I recently listened to the audiobook for We Hunt the Flame as part of the Tome Travelers book club for August, which I will link below, by the way. And I took some notes on the plot and will be trying to figure out if it matches some of the plot structures that I'm familiar with. The book is already organized in 3 headings: Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. So I assume it's going to be a 3-act. That would be strange if it wasn't. Normally I would go through my notes on the plot and compare it to these structures, so 3-act, 4-act, the plot embryo, and the Save the Cat writes a novel structure. But since it is self-labeled as a 3-act story, we really only have Save the Cat writes a novel, 3-act, and this Katytastic 3-act structure to really compare the plot points to see which one it fits better. So first of all, I love this cover. Second of all, if you haven't read this book, you're probably going to want to leave. Maybe you want to listen to Act 1, see what happens in the intro. Maybe it's not something you're interested in reading. So it is a fantasy, young adult. Maybe I'll just read the blurb for you. Zafira is the hunter disguising herself as a man when she braves the cursed forests of the Oz to feed her people. Nazir is the Prince of Death, assassinating those foolish enough to defy his autocratic father, the Sultan. If Zafira was exposed as a girl, all of her achievements would be rejected. If Nazir displayed his compassion, his father would punish him in the most brutal of ways. Both are legends in the kingdom of Aralia, but neither wants to be. War is brewing, and the Oz sweeps closer to with each passing day, engulfing the land in shadow. When Zafira embarks on a quest to uncover a lost artifact that can restore magic to her suffering world and stop the Oz, Nazir is sent by the Sultan on a similar mission. Retrieve the artifact, kill the hunter. But an ancient evil stirs as their journey unfolds, and the prize they seek may pose a threat greater than either can imagine. So, if that sounds like something you'd like to read, maybe go read it, because we are going to be discussing the plot, and therefore there will be spoilers. So, what I might do is I'm gonna delete these 2 other ones from this document so that I can kind of flip back and forth a little easier between these 2. Alright, what I did is I made notes as I was reading, and I will admit that the last third of the book was so good that I just listened to the audiobook and kind of forgot that I was supposed to be taking notes. So I had to go back, fill in the notes for the 3rd act. Now that I've finished the book and went through my notes and kind of crossed out some, I still left them there so you'll be able to see them, but there were definitely things that I made note of and didn't turn out to be important, but I'm glad I noted them just in case they were. So, let's start with Act 1. We're introduced to Zafira hunting in the Oz. We're introduced to her and what she normally is doing, which is hunting. Hence her being called the hunter. So, similar opening image before snapshot of the hero, introduction to Zafira. Inciting incident right away for this one. Theme stated. Set up. So my note is the Sultan's men try to take her. She gets away, and she meets the lady in silver. Meeting the lady in silver feels more like the inciting incident, but would she have met her if she hadn't led the men back into the Oz and gotten away, and the silver lady is intrigued by the fact that she was able to walk into the Oz, which is like a dark forest that usually makes people go insane, but doesn't affect Zafira. I mean, hunting in the Oz introduction, we do get a lot of world building where she's talking about why she's hunting in the Oz, and there's not enough food, and she's the only one that can really go in the woods. The inciting incident. She gets away, she meets the lady in silver. I'm already struggling, which is interesting, because I only have 2 plot structures to really compare this to, whereas usually I'm kind of looking at 4. Obviously, these aren't the only 3-act structures out there, they're just the ones that I'm familiar with, and that I'm trying to learn more about. I am not a plot structure expert, as you'll know right away, because I'm already confused as to which structure this is going to fit best. Zafira goes home, goes to her friend's wedding, finds a letter from the Silver Lady, I don't know if we call her the Silver Witch yet, about going to Shar to restore magic and stop the Oz. This is what catapults her. Don't mind me while I'm just inputting stuff into both plot structures. Debate. Funny enough, I don't think she has much of a debate. She's like, am I crazy to accept this offer to go save magic? Talks to a friend. I'll put his name here. Talks to Dean. That's not how I would have spelled Dean, but it's fine. Talks to Witch again. And I think that is what kind of cements the decision. Set up hero's status quo, life and flaws. That could also be part of this. Okay, are we going with Save the Cat? Is the theme stated? Character hints at hero's arc. I am biased here. I do prefer Katytastic's 3-act structure over Save the Cat. No offense to Save the Cat. But just based off these beats that I'm looking at, I'm trying to figure out which one the author probably maybe used. Push into New World. Yeah, I am feeling this one a little bit more. She receives the letter when she meets the Lady in Silver. Long-term reaction, rebellion against changes from inciting incident. She decides to go on the quest. Immediate fallout of inciting incident. I can't think of anything. Action taken. Agrees to go. Gets on the ship. Oh man, is this video gonna be long? I have a bad feeling about this. Act 1 is already complicated. Dean joins her. Is this a plot twist? A lot of people saw this coming. Maybe goes to wedding where she's like, this isn't for me. So we kind of know that when Dean proposes, she's not gonna say yes because of how she was kind of thinking at the wedding. I don't know where I'm. Theme stated. Character hints at hero's arc. When she's talking to Dean, he kind of says something about why she goes in the Oz. I don't have notes on that, but I'm thinking that might be where the theme is stated. So that's funny. I feel like maybe these are backwards. We have like the setup and then the theme stated. Guys, what was the theme? A character hints at the hero's arc. It could be that she talks to Dean. He comments on why she goes hunting in the Oz. But part of me is thinking it might have to do with her cloak. Character hints at hero's arc. I feel like that character would be herself. I feel like a lot of Saphira's character arc in this story is about her shedding the cloak and starting to feel comfortable without it. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that felt like a change from the beginning to the end. And it changes a lot early on, but she's still almost like, even when she's not wearing the cloak, she still misses the cloak and she's like, I wish I had the cloak. So I think maybe it's this like theme of her hiding and not really being comfortable being a woman, because in this land the women aren't respected and they're not allowed to do anything. Okay. How's this looking? So we have Saphira hunting in the Oz, talking to Dean, his commenting on why she goes in the Oz and why she won't marry him. I do feel like that would be backwards if that was correct. So maybe we just go with cloak hiding that she's a woman. And then just like hiding, because even when the other main characters discover she's a woman, she still like wants to wear a cloak. Goes to wedding, talks to Dean, he proposes, wants her to stay. Hero status quo, life and flaws. So this, I feel like this just gives us a glimpse at like what her life would be if it wasn't for the inciting incident, right? Finds letter from Silver Lady. About going to Shard or store magic and stop the Oz. Debate, hero debates what they will do next. Again, I really don't think she has much of a debate. She thinks about it, really. Talks to Witch again. She talks to her sister. I don't know if she talks to her mother about going or not. I think that's all part of the debate, like getting her family on board with her going. So it's not that she was debating not going, it's that she kind of wants their permission. Break into Act 2. This one still feels like it has more detail, so we're missing some chunks here, which you can see in my notes. But let's continue with Save the Cat and see if I still feel that way. Okay, interesting. Decides to accept the call of action. That's them leaving on the ship and her accepting the call. Goes to Khalif. Khalif gets on ship. Arrives on Shar. B story, intro to new character to help serve the theme. So, this is something I should have mentioned earlier. I'm looking at the plot mostly from Saphira's point of view. There are two main characters, and we flip back and forth from their point of views from the very first couple chapters. So this intro to a new character, I wouldn't say it's an intro to us, but Saphira meets Nasir. Would go there. And Altair, fun and games. Last time, in my first video about plot structure, I had a hard time spotting the fun and games. Explore new world, fun and games. Guys, I'm still not sure if this was the right way to go. Agrees to go, gets on the ship. Meets Khalif. Pressure increasing. Asks for him to take care of her family. You know what? She says goodbye to her mom. Which she hadn't done in 5 years. So that feels like a pretty big consequence to her agreeing to go. I don't know what the immediate fallout is. Long-term reaction. So maybe the letter from the witch is the long-term reaction to her meeting the witch. Because she doesn't really know that she's received the letter here. Again, I don't know if this is a plot twist. We definitely felt that coming when he, I guess, proposes to her and she says no. So I'm still torn between which one fits better, and maybe it sort of fits both, which is fine for now. We'll see if that changes. Arrive on Shar. So I'm trying to go by what the author has labeled as Act 1 here. If you haven't read the book yet, and you're planning to stay until the end of Act 1, maybe leave now. Because there is another plot twist that, according to the author, is not an Act 1 plot twist. It would be an Act 2 because it happens over here. Dean dying. That happens here. I mean, exploring the new world, Dean dies. Meets is like a relaxed way to put it compared to what really happens. She meets Nasir and Altair. I mean, this could all be put into exploring the new world, but it's a lot of detail. She passes out from heat exhaustion. Oh, this could be part of the exploring the new world because she's not used to this heat. Because where she's from has snow. And she doesn't want to take her cloak off, which again I mentioned is part of what I think is her overall arc of like hiding in her cloak as a man. Sears saves her from walking off a cliff. Get angry, asks who they are, realizes who they are, and flees. Altair catches her. Staff and attack could all be part of exploring new world. This seems like a lot though. Staff and attack. Meet Kifa and Benjamin. Fun and games could be a fight with Nasir. Is this all explore the new world, or is this should I have spread this out? I think the reversal turning point of going back to the old world. Saphira finds out she has magic. Feels right there. Second inciting incident. They have a moment. Love that. Love that note to myself. I don't know if there's dedication. I could see how this kind of would combine well with Nasir. Because he's reminded. He's been ordered to kill Saphira the Hunter and also Altair, which is his, I guess, commander of his dad's army. I'm gonna put fight with Nasir in here for now. Whoops. Fight with Nasir. Maybe this needs to be moved. Maybe this is the inciting incident. Her finding out she has magic. Oh, see, fun and games. That can't be. That can't be. Again, I can't spot the fun and games here from between exploring the new world. Plus, her running is fun and games. But they catch her pretty quick. They get attacked, and Vera kills for the first time. That's not like hunting for animal meat. Is that the second inciting incident? Could be get attacked by Soften. It's kind of a big moment where Nasir's like, you either kill or be killed. And on a side note, I really like that during that fight, I thought Nasir was going to save her. He was busy fighting other people. He sees her on the ground, he's worried about her, but then we switch to her point of view, and she does survive without needing help from anyone, and I kind of like that. It was messy. It wasn't easy for her. She's on the ground. She does get hurt, but she kind of persevered there. So I feel like that might be the second inciting incident. I don't know what's buildup of pressure then. Would it be reminders of the old world? I mean, she thinks of Dean a lot, but maybe the reminders of the old world is finds out who Nasir and Altair are. That could also be the buildup of pressure. What do you think? And then midpoint get attacked by Safi and meet Kiva and Benjamin. Yeah, okay, let's take this out. Oh, is the fight with Nasir after that? It is. Shoot. See, again, where are the fun and games? Nasir helps her after heat exhaustion. Let's just get a little specific here. Saves her from Cliff. Could be part of the fun. Get angry and ask who they are. Okay. Still torn. Here experiences a false victory or false defeat. I don't think it's. Again, I'm definitely biased, but I feel better about this one. Consequence and reaction. Nope, nope, nope. Where am I? Again, I don't know if I agree with where she's labeled her Act 3 starting. I mean, it's close, but wouldn't this. Is this the plot? Oh, is this the plot twist? There's a lot of plot twists in Act 3. Just gonna throw that out there. You know what? My only thought for the dedication is Vera finds out Nasir is supposed to kill her, but still sort of trusts him and Altair. Like, when she overheard Nasir calling the Sultan and him being reminded that he's supposed to kill the hunter, I feel like she would have ran before, and now she sleeps at the camp, knowing that Nasir knows that someone overheard the conversation. Like, so she really does. I think at that point, that's almost like another turning point for her. Is that whether or not she realizes it, just by staying, going back to camp with Altair, laying down, pretending she's asleep, eventually falling asleep, continuing the help them the next day, keep searching for Javarat, the book that is supposed to bring back magic. Don't think I've mentioned it yet. There it is. So she runs, she comes back, wants answers. It's all kind of part of her consequence reaction to finding out that she has magic, trials being tested, attacked by Ifrit. Yeah, let's put all of that in there. Calm before storm pressure. Darkest moment, all hope is lost. Saphira is taken by the shadow, Lion. She's tortured, and he tortures Nasir too. It's part of her torture. This plot twist feels like it's the shadow that spoke to Saphira. Are the Lion of the Night? Is that technically his name? I think that is the biggest plot twist there. Like I said, there are more. Is there a calm before the storm? Unless it's Saphira realizes she's been leading them in circles, which isn't very calming. It's supposed to build pressure, though. It could be her overhearing that she's supposed to be killed, but power within. Okay, let's. So the Lion kidnaps Saphira, tortures her, tortures Nasir, finds out he controls darkness too. We find out a lot under this first section of Act 3. Find out Altair is Nasir's half-brother. Find out the Sultan has been controlled by the Lion. So the others come to save them. Is that the action rally the troops here? Power within. This could be Nasir's power, to be honest, because he starts to realize he controls the darkness too. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this for Saphira. Again, I'm trying to do the plot structure from just Saphira's point of view because honestly doing it from two character point of views feels too complicated. Can't imagine as a writer trying to do that. I think maybe the power within is the others coming to save them, like the friendship of them maybe is the power within. Action rally the troops. Escape, regroup. Go after Saphira after she wanders off. Wanders off. Maybe. Whoops. Saphira. Final battle. Final battle is final battle. Lion and the Ifrit attack. Silver Witch arrives, which I think is an important part, though she comes to help with the battle. Realize and collect the witch's hearts. Final battle, the Silver Witch arrives. Saphira finds the Jawrat during the battle. Benjamin dies. Flee. What do we think? Just gonna go take a look at this one. Break into Act 3. Has a aha moment and realizes the solution. Well, break into Act 3 was being kidnapped. I guess she does realize her aha moment is figuring out that the darkness that's been talking to her is actually this person, and this person is the Lion. Okay. I feel good about choosing this one. The only thing is, and I knew this going in, this is a duology. So, is there really a resolution? Get on Benjamin's ship. It doesn't feel like a normal resolution, you know? Where they would sail away into the sunset. Return magic. If this was a standalone. They realized that the Lion took Altair and one of the witch's hearts that Altair had. So they realize he's missing and they leave him behind. They don't want to. So what do we think? Act 1. Hunting in the Oz. Signing incident. Sultan men try to take her. She gets away. She meets the lady in silver. Receives the letter. Immediate fallout. From that, I don't know if there is. I mean, she feels guilty. Guilt for leading men to their death, which maybe is part of the theme because at the beginning she doesn't kill anything but animals. So from the inciting incident, she receives the letter, which is like the long-term reaction to having been hunting in the Oz and meeting those Sultan men. Action taken, agrees to go to Shar. Consequence of the action, talks to her mom, meets Khalif. Pressure increasing. This was kind of like a big moment for her. Ask this of him. Pressure increasing. Ask for him to take care of her family. Pressure from Khalif's. What was he? Don't mind me. Advisor. To show she is a woman. I had crossed that out because I didn't really think it was important, but I guess it is just pressure. Like she feels like people are pressuring her because this person knows that she's a woman, and they have kind of a conversation about the fact that the Caliph actually has a daughter, but like it refuses to put her in power. Plot twist: Dean joins her. Again, this part of this pressure might be Dean joining her. So is it a plot twist? We see it coming. It is pressure on Saphira because they're not even at Shar yet, and she already feels like she's responsible for that decision. Yeah, I think it is part of the pressure, but I'll leave it as the plot twist because I don't know what else would be the plot twist in Act 1. Push into New World is just getting on the ship, I think. There is like a push from Dean here where he kind of kisses the back of her neck, which I think I crossed out, and I was like, it's not important. Explore New World, arrive on Shar, Dean dies. Meet Nasir and Altair, heat exhaustion, fun and games. Nasir helps her after heat exhaustion, saves her from Cliff. I don't know if that's right. Thinks of Dean, finds out who Nasir and Altair is for old juxtaposition. Oops, for reminders of the old world. Build up of pressure, finds out who Nasir are. So maybe this isn't. Sure. Get attacked by Saf and Saphira, kills someone for the first time, meets Keith and Benjamin. Saphira finds out she has magic. She runs, she comes back, she wants answers. That's her reaction. Attacked by a Fritz, Saphira kills them, becomes one with the darkness, is able to see them, saves Nasir. Saphira leads the way, 5 days pass. Feeling the darkness is happiness. Getting attacked by Kaftar. Finds out Nasir is supposed to kill her, but still sort of trusts him and Algier keeps searching for Jalrad. Saphira realizes she's been leading them in circles. Again, I don't know if this is right. What do you guys think? Calm before the storm. Like, keep searching. Maybe it's part of that too. You know what? Saphira taken is probably part of this plot twist. Shadows that spoke to Saphira. Yeah. And Saphira's tortured. And Nasir comes to save her and is tortured. Find out Sultan is under Lion's control, sort of. Power within, the others come to save them. I don't know if that's technically right, but escape, regroup, go after Saphira after she wanders off. Come together for the finale. Lion and the attack. Silver Riches arrives. Saphira finds Jalrad. Benjamin dies. All final battle. Dies, I guess saving Nasir maybe is worth mentioning there. Climax, realize and collect the witch's hearts. Get the Jalrad. Flee. Resolution. Don't feel great about certain elements. This one, again, fun and games. I don't know why I have a hard time spotting that one. I feel like there was another one I wasn't sure about, but oh, Dean joining her being a plot twist. I really don't know. I feel like that's not a plot twist, but we'll leave it there. If you want to know more about the 3-act 27 chapter structure, I'll put these links below to Katytastic's video where she goes through each of these steps. And you can see if I made a mess of this or not. I'd love to know if you have read this. What do you think of this plot structure breakdown of the story from Saphira's point of view? Let me know in the comments below. If you have any suggestions for tweaks to this, I would love to hear them. If there was anything that you disagreed with or anything that you would change, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with another plot breakdown video.